God bless everyone. Today is Leviticus 23, Friday, July 10th, 2020, 7-10-20. 7-10-20. That'll come up later right here in the reading, like 7, the 7th month, the -10, the 10th day. So that'll come out in the reading today, so check it out. But I want to show you something. I want to show you how much God's been talking in these past few readings. Like, all right, so all that pink is God's words, but like the highlighter I was using, I've been using it so much on Lord's words that like it started running out. So I started using a new one in today's reading. I had to switch the pink one out because I've been using it so much it almost died. And I got the exact same highlighters, but new. And then look how pink that. So the Lord's been talking so much that like I already went through a whole highlighter. But alright. So yesterday we read. Yesterday we read Leviticus 22, and it said, "The Lord speaks to Moses of the rules for priests. The Lord speaks to Moses of unacceptable sacrifices." It's a long reading today too, but check it out a lot. Most of these are in the 7th month, which is July to us. So just keep in mind, all right. And remember, I always highlight anytime it says 7 or 7th. I highlight under my likes, and anytime it says "I am the Lord your God" or "I am the Lord," I highlight it under my likes, just so you know, so I don't have to keep on pulling out the marker. But all right. Leviticus 23, the appointed festivals. The Lord said to Moses, Lord's words, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, these are my appointed festivals, the appointed festivals of the Lord, which you are to proclaim as sacred assemblies. The Sabbath." Lord's words, "There are 6 days when you may work, but the seventh day is of Sabbath rest, a day of sacred assembly. You are not to do any work. Wherever you live, it is a Sabbath to the Lord. The Passover and the festival of unleavened bread." Lord's words, "These are the Lord's appointed festivals, the sacred assemblies you are to proclaim at their appointed times. The Lord's Passover begins at twilight on the 14th day of the first month. On the 15th day of that month, the Lord's festival of unleavened bread begins. For 7 days you must eat bread made without yeast. On the first day hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. For 7 days present a food offering to the Lord, and on the 7th day hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. Offering the first fruits." Lord's words. Or, the Lord said to Moses, Lord's words, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land I am going to give you, and you reap its harvest, bring to the priest a sheaf of the first grain you harvest. He is to wave the sheaf before the Lord so it will be accepted on your behalf. The priest is to wave it on the day after the Sabbath. On the day you wave the sheaf, you must sacrifice as a burnt offering to the Lord a lamb a year old without defect, together with its grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with olive oil, a food offering presented to the Lord, a pleasing aroma, and its drink offering of 1/4 of a hin of wine. You must not eat any bread or roasted or new grain, until the very day you bring this offering to your God. This is to be a lasting ordinance for generations to come wherever you live. The festival of weeks. Lord's words. From the day after the Sabbath, the day you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, count off 7 full weeks. Count off 50 days up to the day after the 7th Sabbath, and then present an offering of new grain to the Lord. From wherever you live, bring 2 loaves made of 2/10 of an ephah of the finest flour baked with yeast, as a wave offering of first fruits to the Lord. Present with this bread 7 male lambs, each a year old without defect, 1 young bull and 2 rams. They will be a burnt offering to the Lord, together with their grain offerings and drink offerings. A food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Then sacrifice 1 male goat for a sin offering and 2 lambs, each a year old, for a fellowship offering. The priest is to wave the 2 lambs before the Lord as a wave offering, together with the bread of the first fruits. They are a sacred offering to the Lord for the priest. On that same day you are to proclaim a sacred assembly and do no regular work. This is to be a lasting ordinance for generations to come, wherever you live. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not reap to the very edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Leave them for the poor and for the foreigner residing among you. I am the Lord your God. The festival of trumpets. The Lord said to Moses, Lord's words, say to the Israelites, on the first day of the 7th month, you are to have a day of Sabbath rest, a sacred assembly commemorated with trumpet blasts. Do no regular work, but present a food offering to the Lord. Alright, so that's the first day of the 7th month. To us, that would be July 1st. So this next reading is on the 10th day of the 7th month, which is today, 7-10, July 10th. So this happened many years ago, and this is what God tells the people to do on this day many years ago. So it's pretty crazy. The Day of Atonement. The Lord said to Moses, Lord's words, the 10th day of this 7th month is a day of atonement. Hold a sacred assembly and deny yourselves, and present a food offering to the Lord. Do not do any work on that day, because it is the day of atonement, when atonement is made for you before the Lord your God. Those who do not deny themselves on that day must be cut off from their people. I will destroy from among their people anyone who does any work on that day. You shall do no work at all. This is to be a lasting ordinance for the generations to come, wherever you live. It is a day of Sabbath rest for you, and you must deny yourselves. From the evening of the 9th day of the month until the following evening, you are to observe as your Sabbath. Alright, so I just want to say, if you have to work today, I'm lucky I got off, man, but that don't got nothing to do with it. Like, this was years ago, and I'm pretty sure the rules changed, and it'd be crazy if nobody could work today, or they'll be cut off from their people and stuff like that. That would be pretty crazy. But like, if you have to work today, just try to picture it like you're not working. Try to picture it like you're helping out God. You're doing God's work, or like, not even that. Just try to act like you're not working. Try to act like you're doing what you like to do or something. That's what I would do if I had to work today, like, just to kind of feel like I was in their times, you know. But I'm pretty sure a lot of these rules change, whatever. But it's pretty crazy. 7th day of the 10th month, that's today. And they're making atonement for it, and that's when atonement is made for us, for them, you know. And I think atonement means, like, I don't know, I looked it up, but anyway. The Festival of Tabernacles. The Lord said to Moses, Lord's words, Say to the Israelites, on the 15th day of the 7th month, the Lord's festival of tabernacles begins, and it lasts for 7 days. The first day is a sacred assembly. Do no regular work. For 7 days present food offerings to the Lord, and on the 8th day hold a sacred assembly and present a food offering to the Lord. It is the closing special assembly. Do no regular work. These are the Lord's appointed festivals, which you are to proclaim as sacred assemblies for bringing food offerings to the Lord. The burnt offerings and grain offerings, sacrifices and drink offerings required for each day. These offerings are in addition to those for the Lord's Sabbaths, and in addition to your gifts and whatever you have vowed, and all the freewill offerings you give to the Lord. So beginning with the 15th day of the 7th month, after you have gathered the crops of the land, celebrate the festival to the Lord for 7 days. The first day is a day of Sabbath rest, and the 8th day also is a day of Sabbath rest. On the first day you are to take branches from luxuriant trees, from palms, willows, and other leafy trees, and rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. Alright, I'm going to highlight under my likes. Rejoice before the Lord your God. And then I always highlight 7. Rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. Celebrate this as a festival to the Lord for 7 days each year. This is to be a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. Celebrate it the 7th month. Live in temporary shelters for 7 days. All native-born Israelites are to live in such shelters, so your descendants will know that I had the Israelites live in temporary shelters when I brought them out of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So Moses announced to the Israelites the appointed festivals of the Lord. Alright, that's it for today. But I just want to say, it says for generations to come a lot of the times. And like, I don't know if that's important, because I know in the New Testament a lot of the rules change. But how it says for generations to come, maybe those ones we might have to stick with. But I don't know. That's why I'm studying the Bible and all that. But God knows our hearts. God knows when we... And it's kind of hard to just take a bunch of days off of work, like 7 days off of work, or do no work on this day. If you got to work that day, like, you don't want to get fired, you don't want to lose your job, but so it's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of, you just got to know in your heart you're trying to do right, and don't get fired, man. Like, but I couldn't, like, if I really figured this out and figured out which days he tells us not to work and all that, once I finish the whole Bible, like, I know there's new rules and all that. I know we can't follow every rule in here, so it's like, but if I did know, you could call a week off of work or whatever, but I'm going to figure everything out in this Bible. That's why I'm studying it, man, and try to get closer to God. God is good all the time, even when we don't understand. Amen.